What is the story behind the stunning white basilica at the top of a hill in Paris? Why was it built? What makes it so unique? And what's hidden inside? Welcome to my channel. Let's discover the secrets of the Basilica of the Sacred Heart of Paris. Do you want to know more about the history of Paris? Make sure to subscribe to my channel. The Basilica of the Sacred Heart of Paris, or Basilica du Sacre, is located in the 18th arrondissement at the summit of Montmartre Hill, the highest point in Paris. It was constructed between 1875 and 1914 and was finally consecrated in 1919 after the end of World War I. The Roman Catholic Basilica was designed by Paul Abadie in the Roman Byzantine style. Its construction lasted almost 4 decades and was completed in stages. The cornerstone was laid on July 1875, but the building work only started in earnest in 1880. So why was the basilica built? And what is so special about its location at the top of Mons Meg? Well, the answer lies in the 19th century. In 1870, France lost the Franco-Prussian War against the Germans and had to cede Alsace-Lorraine to Germany. To add insult to injury, the Prussians also occupied Paris. This was seen as a national humiliation and a punishment from God for France's secularism and godlessness. As a result, there were calls for a national basilica to be built as an atonement for France's sins. This would be a place where the French people could show their devotion to Christianity and repent for straying from the path of God. Paris already had 4 famous churches: Notre Dame, Sainte-Chapelle, Saint-Denis, and the Madeleine. But these were all medieval buildings and didn't quite fit the bill. A new church was needed, something grander, newer, and higher. So it was decided to build the Sacre at the top of Montmartre, which is not only the highest point in Paris, but also the city's historic center. From here, the church would be visible from all over the city and serve as a reminder of France's commitment to Christianity. Construction began in 1875, but it soon became apparent that the project was too expensive for private donors alone. So the government stepped in to help finance the construction. Unfortunately, this led to a political scandal when it was discovered that some of the money was being embezzled. This led to a number of arrests and trials, but construction continued. The exterior of the basilica is made of travertine stone, which is a type of limestone that secretes calcite. This gives the stone a unique appearance that is similar to marble. Even after all these years, the stone remains white, although it was built at the end of the 19th century. The interior of the church is equally impressive. It features one of the world's largest mosaics, Christ in Majesty, which is located in the apse. This mosaic is 18 meters wide and 9 meters high, and was created by the Russian painter and mosaicist Vladimir Buger. It depicts Christ in Majesty surrounded by angels, and the Virgin Mary and John the Baptist. The basilica also has a chapel, a crypt, and an impressive altar. The chapel is dedicated to Our Lady of Victories and contains a number of relics, including a piece of the True Cross and some of St. Francis Xavier's hair. The crypt is where the remains of several French bishops and archbishops are kept, as well as those of some of the construction workers who died during the construction of the basilica. The altar is made of marble and jasper and was designed by the sculptor Alfred Boten. It is one of the largest altars in Europe, but the centerpiece of the basilica is undoubtedly its dome. The central dome rises to 83 meters or 272 feet and is one of the largest in the world. Visitors can climb up to the dome for a panoramic view of Paris. There are also 2 smaller domes on either side of the main dome. These are the domes of faith and of hope. But the basilica is not just a religious building, it is also a symbol of France itself. The white stone symbolizes the purity of faith, while the red cross on the dome symbolizes courage and the blood of martyrs. The basilica was built after a time of war and defeat. It is a symbol of France's resilience and ability to overcome adversity. It is also a symbol of national unity. It was built in a time when France was divided and the country needed something to unite around. Today, the basilica is one of the most visited landmarks in Paris. Every year, millions of tourists come to see the beautiful architecture and climb the dome for the view of the city. It is also surrounded by the artistic Montmartre district, which is home to a number of cafes, restaurants, and shops. If you want to learn more about the fascinating history of Paris, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Also, check out this video about the tower hidden behind Notre Dame de Paris. Thank you, and see you next time. Now, let's get back to the Basilica. But if you don't want to miss any videos about Paris, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And now, let's go back to the Sacre. Did you know that the Basilica has a secret? Hidden at the top of the dome, there is a small apartment where the caretaker of the Basilica lives. It may not seem like much, but it's actually one of the best apartments in Paris. Not only does it have amazing views of the city, but it's also very quiet. The caretaker is responsible for opening and closing the Basilica each day, as well as ringing the bells. Speaking of bells, the Basilica is home to the Savoyard bell. This is one of the world's heaviest bells and weighs 19 tons. It was cast in 1669 and was originally located in the town of Savoy in the Italian Alps. The bell was brought to Paris in 1881 and is now the largest bell in the city. If you're looking for something to do in Paris, I highly recommend visiting the Basilica. It is truly a remarkable building with a fascinating history. You can climb the dome for stunning views of the city, or simply walk around the outside to admire the beautiful architecture. I hope you enjoyed learning about the Basilica. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Until next time, au revoir!